All right, how's it going, everybody? Welcome again to another Neon Swamp Friday night, where tonight we are playing Alien RPG. Those of you who are listening or watching one of the videos, keep in mind we are always live. You can catch us at twitch.tv/scar. That's SARR. I'm already slurring. And you can catch us live with all the shenanigans that I don't cut out. Tonight is the start of our Colonial Marine campaign, and we are kicking it off with Destroyer of Worlds, which is a cinematic adventure, folks over at Free League, and written by Andrew E.C. Gaska. So, we are going to go through all of our players. Please introduce yourself, any projects you'd like to promote, and give us a good look character you're going to be playing. And we'll start from left to right from my perspective, which will start with Samurai.
What's up, everybody? I'm Brian, or Samuraian. I, as always, want to promote Door to the North. We are a Pathfinder First Edition podcast, comes out every Friday. And I, tonight, am playing a crazy motherfucker. We're swearing. Just so you know.
I'm fine by that.
He's a crazy son of a bitch. His name is Private Hammer, and he is a 22-year-old human pit bull. Well, he's not a pit bull, but he's a human who, he's just jacked, and he's fucking ready to go. He is a colonial motherfucking Marine. What else do you want to know? What else do you need to know?
What does he look like?
This picture, I don't know. He looks like, he's wearing armor. He's got that big old strapping smart gun, pistol, big old knife. Ooh, I went and got my knife out of a drawer here. Look at this. He's got the Rambo knife ready to go. And
just in preparation.
Yeah, this is my cosplay, just a knife. Watch that. But yeah, he's just got those eyes, and he's just staring. He's like, are you looking at me? Are you looking at me? He's ready to go.
And I was blasting the stream while you're introducing yourself. Did you say your job and rank?
Private. And my job is fucking shit up.
That's not wrong.
Not wrong at all.
I love it. It's technically correct. The best kind of correct.
Hey, Ryan, who's going next?
We're going just right on down the line to New Maine.
Yeah, hi. I'm Newman, aka Nico, and I'm playing my boy with the name that no one here except me will pronounce correctly. Private First Class Zmievsky, who is a rifleman with a weird obsession with his belt that has a knife in it. Like, majority of my description is about the knife, not about the character. He looks honestly just like our boy Govan here. Typical mid-30s Polish guy, basically.
Polish, eh?
You're forever Polish, just full Polish.
I mean, you got the Polish looks.
The Polish locks.
Is that a compliment?
Depends. What are you into? Really depends what you're into, man. Anyhow, on to our newest member, Creep Freak.
Hello. I am Mason. I am a gunnery sergeant. I kind of look like myself, actually. Let's see. I am calm, cool, and collected at all time. Let's see here. I'm always ready to just get into it, and I want to be in the action.
Gorgeous.
To the next person.
Hey guys, hi. Joey or Pillow Farts. But tonight I'm gonna be playing Dante, Ruth Ann Dante. The job that this person is under is assault marine breacher. Probably a little too talkative, which I think aligns just perfectly with how I normally play my characters. She's a breacher, mostly involved with the assault team, of course, with Hammer, usually. They generally look a little smaller in height, but they don't have quite a calmer temperament. They definitely mean business, especially when it comes to using a gun. So that's my character currently.
My clothes are perfect now, by the way.
Beautiful. Thank you. And with that, I think that I don't think there's much else other than to throw it over to BRINEY.
Yo, thanks, Joey. It's me, BRINEY, or Ryan Sigler. I make some RPG stuff. You can find it at rpsigler at itch.io. And tonight I'm playing Warrant Officer Chaplain. And I am a synthetic medic. I'm an open android. And I'm part of the rifle team. I'm responsible for firepower, medical support, and coordinating field objectives. I generally don't carry a weapon with me too often. If this was a show, I would be played by Troy LaValle of the Glass Cannon podcast. So I look like that. Openly an android, trying to keep things in line. That about settles it. We'll find out where this all goes, and I will pass it over to our main man, Govin.
Hello, everyone. I'm Govin, or John. I am going to be playing the role of Sergeant Kale Iona, who's a rifleman on the team. Also trained in driving a APC. If we get into a situation where I get to drive stuff, that'd be cool. He's a darker complexioned individual, semi-fit, about 5'10", average height. He's 36 years old, and he's just here to hopefully get away from his desk job, because he's been stuck there at this military installation for quite some time now.
Can we talk about how much our characters must suck to all still be like privates in their mid-30s?
And I've got good news for you, Sergeant. You will be driving practically right away.
Please.
All right.
Burnouts, right?
Hammer's only 22.
Well, look at you. The oldest player playing like the youngest character.
Yep.
Dante is 33.
I'm like the oldest character. I'm like 42.
I am a 22-year-old synthetic, but I appear 45.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mievsky is 34.
Unless you're going career, which many Marines aren't, you're going to stay private or private first. But that's neither here nor there. I am Scar, the GM or Game Mother tonight. And let's get some Destroyer of Worlds going here. I'm going to give a spiel of information for all of you. And then we'll get started with some narrative. I just want to make sure that not only the players, but the viewers and listeners have a little bit of background as to what we're getting into. So, located within the Outer Veil, Kruger 60 and 61 Cygni, these are two systems, they're two colonial systems, are located very close to the UPP, or the Union of Progressive Peoples. Very close to the UPP border in an area of a UA, or United Americas, a lot of acronyms in this game, area of UA space called the Advance. The Advance splinters off the American corridor and juts spinward into UPP territory. The Kruger Kruger 60 system has been a key oil supply and military staging post for the UAAC, United America's Allied Command, and the Colonial Marines for years, and has been strategically important during the so-called oil wars. The severe petroleum shortage throughout the colonies has led the United Americas, the Three World Empire, and the Union of Progressive Peoples into a race to secure new sources of crude oil. These oil wars have created severe border tensions. Stretched too thin, the UAAC and the Colonial Marines maintain an uneasy peace throughout the colonies. Tired of severely rationed supplies and the mega corporations' mistreatment of the working class, insurgency groups have cropped up in defiance of their local governments and the resource-poor UPP, poised to take advantage of this development. Recently, the UPP expanded their borders to engulf 61 Cygni, annexing the colony on LV-038 process. Allied Command sent a task force to challenge the claim. The nearest system, Kruger 60, and the moon that you are all on, is feared to be next. Originally established in 2072, Aryarchus is an icy moon with a troubled colony orbiting the blue-eyed gas giant called Oblivion. The ever-watchful and oppressive eye of Oblivion, and which is an 11,000-kilometer wide blue storm raging in the gas giant's atmosphere, stares at the moon unblinking and menacing, reminding its colonists of how small they are in the grand scheme of the universe. Blocked by Oblivion, the colony hardly receives any sunlight. Instead, day and night is measured by the gas giant's reflected planet light. On Aryarchus, rarely brighter than twilight, never darker than a moonlit night back on Earth. Got all that right, guys? Good.
Who the fuck would move to a system where the star is called Oblivion?
Because there was money to be made.
So just to get this straight, we're in space, right?
Well, we're in space too, if you think about it.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
We're just on a floating rock in space right now.
We're all kind of in space, you know. It just depends on how you look at it.
Yeah, we're also in time, if you didn't know.
Well,
Maybe
time's a
Oblivion-
construct.
Maybe Oblivion is a misnomer to trick people to move there, or to trick people to stay away, kind of like Iceland and Greenland, you know?
Yeah. There's a lot to think about here, you know?
Alright. So, at the start of most cinematics, or when you're in campaign, most scenarios, everything starts with a briefing, more or less, of what you're in. Always addressed as, what's the story, Mother? What's the story, Mother?
Sorry, Mommy.
You've all heard of the oil wars. Hell, most of you have been on the front line as the UA and the TWE and the UPP have faced each other down over scarce oil reserves. Too many fronts, not enough grunts, as the saying goes. The UAAC and the Colonial Marines maintain an uneasy peace as protesters and insurgents cause trouble across the colonies. This is true of the UA refining and refueling station on the frozen moon Aryarchus in the Kruger 60 system, with its oil production and space elevator reaching into orbit from the ground. The colony is in turmoil and decline. The 2180 Weyland-Yutani census cataloged 200,000 colonists on Aryarchus, but in the 3 years since then all but about 2,000 have abandoned the moon for greater pastures. Whilst the military needs of the USCMC are still being serviced, most of the colony is now little more than a ghost town. 1 week ago, the UPP annexed the nearby 61 Cygni system. All communication with the colony there on LV-038 was abruptly lost. In response, Allied Command assembled a fleet to take back 61 Cygni, using the Fort Nebraska refueling station and the Kruger 60 system as a staging ground. That's where you expected to be passing through Nebraska on your way to war, but each of you Marines were pulled from your companies before they went FTL, leaving you stranded at the front on the volatile colony moon Aryarchus. One of the largest oil producers in the colonies, Aryarchus is also a hotbed for insurgency. With the UPP moving in on Kruger 60 next, the UA has decided to cut its losses and evacuate the colony. But as of this morning, that evacuation was suspended. All civilian and military transport grounded with no explanation given. With the insurgency problem, barely a skeleton crew of military personnel and nearly 2,200 divided colonists stuck moonside, a matter of time before the situation blows up. Now, Major Hatfield from the infamous Sin Eaters unit has summoned you for a special moonside mission. Every Marine has heard of Hatfield, a soldier who always puts duty first and his lost arm as a result. His remaining left hand always resting on the brass hilt of his antique U.S. Model 1852 Marine sword, with its sharkskin grip bound by gilt wire. His hand grits the hilt as he speaks to you. All right, listen up. Everything you're about to hear is need to know. No one else needs to know, understand? As of 0200 hours, 4-man Marine Squad went AWOL from this base with classified intelligence. Intelligence that is in the wrong hands will mean life or death on the frontier. Intelligence that simply cannot fall into enemy hands. Man believes the AWOL's plan to make contact with the moon's insurgents and defect to the UPP. We're looking for a Wojcik, Carvalho, a Wright, and a Reese. And as he says this, you're handed out a sheet of printout, their image. Let me get that. All right. This is Carvalho. Stream. This is Reese. This is Wojcik. And this is Wright. Here's their ugly mugs and all the info we have on them. Everything else about them is classified. I want you to find these defectors for me, confirm their identities, as well as the identities of any other fucker they've passed information to. Bring them in. For the duration, you are Charlie Team. I will coordinate from Fort Nebraska. All communication will go through me on a secure channel. We are thin on lead, so start at the Spaceport for the dive bar Oblivion. Some asshole there's got to have seen them. Remember, there are insurgents out there too, so stay alert. I see them looks on you. I know you've never worked together before, but I cherry-picked your asses because each of you is the best of what you do. So get her done. Oh, and one last thing. Deadly Fourth is authorized. Am I clear?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
I know what you're thinking. And you need to forget that shit. These bastards are not Marines any longer. They are traitors. And they are shit yourself dangerous. Your orders are to bring them in alive if you can. But if they present a clear and present threat, you goddamn shoot and you shoot to kill. I'll ask again, am I clear?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Crystal clear, sir.
I can't fucking hear you!
Sorry, yes, sir.
All right, on the ready line, Marines, fall in and move out. Probably woke up my wife.
He says out loud. Damn, I just woke up my wife.
Gosh, diddly darn.
Alright. Shall we?
Mm-hmm.
No, we shall not.
Alright, you're ushered into sub-level 1, the sub-level 1 staging area of the fort. You see there a battered M577 APC where it is being refueled. It's going to be your ride for your mission. I don't think I need to get you the rules right off the bat, Iona, but if we need to, I'll throw that your way. While you are at the fort right now, I meant to warn you as players before we did this, so you had a little chance to gander around. But while you're at the fort right now, you do have a chance to collect any other gear, ammo, or any needs that you want to record on the character sheet. You can keep reserves on the APC as well. Make sure it's such. Not going to worry too much about encumbrance, but just know that a normal reload, your ammo is just sectioned off as reloads, takes up about a quarter of your encumbrance slot on your character sheet. Or unless you're using like RPGs. Does anyone have an RPG?
Yeah, I have an Yes, I have an RPG.
RPG ammo takes up half a slot.
Okay.
As you're loading, as you're kind of stocking up with the quartermaster of the fort, Major Hatfield kind of stands at ease, crosses his hands behind his back. Oh, one other thing. While you're out there, if need be, may call in an airstrike or emergency extraction to our secure channel. Of course, I will authorize it, but keep that in mind if shit hits the fan.
Nice.
My character, Dante, raises a hand and goes, "Sir, so we can call it at any time then, right?"
Did I fucking stutter?
I just wanted... You didn't. No, sir. I just wanted to make sure. My apologies. I just had to make sure. I'm trying to keep the rest of the team safe.
And there's the Joey patented rambling.
Right off the bat.
It's great. I love you, Joey.
Hammer shoves Dante in the shoulder, but in a friendly way, and says, "I'm here to keep you safe. Don't you worry."
I know you will. I went country there. I know you will. It's just everyone else might have to be kept safe. Forgive me. I'll keep quiet.
Silva says, "Lock it up, Marines. Come on. Let's get out of here."
Let's get to fucking business.
All right, Scar.
Okay,
You're talking about getting some reloads. How much can we get?
It is only vented by your encumbrance how much you're not buying anything.
All right, well then let's get some more ammo here. I can carry more than that. Down the side of Hammer's smart gun, painted with white paint, it just says in big bold letters, "Hammer time."
Oh, hell yeah.
All right, you guys reload, stock up, pile in the APC. Feel free to just keep working it out as we... I'm going to go ahead and bring us to another scene. Big, fat, juicy map.
Woo. Love those.
Big old, fat, juicy map.
That's a nice map.
Warren?
He's back!
In the APC, Silva accesses one of the terminals as you go along. Looks like the spaceport is most south. 7 or 9 miles down. Start there. Figure AWOLs would probably try to leave the colony first. Good place to start. We'll work our way up.
So, Reese, Wojcik, and Wright, we still have to find them. Yeah, we gotta start somewhere. Spaceport it is then, right?
We can start there, but if I know anything about people, they'll be at the bar.
The bar? This is a pretty big colony.
The dive bar.
No, he's not wrong. It's the bar.
The Oblivion Bar.
So, again, 7 or 8 miles to the spaceport. Fort Nebraska is there. So, there's the fort here. You can barely see my ping because it's also green. And then you can clearly see the spaceport down in the south. That's a long drive. You guys have time. Alright? You don't know each other super well. Banter is also an important thing in this game. What do you all do on the drive there?
I'm for sure hitting, like, just gently batting hammer like across the arm, just constantly. You ready? Hey, come on. Let's wake up. Let's get it going. You got this. We do.
Just us. Look at these weaklings around here.
Fucking.
Look at that one.
You fucking scum, I'd say. Easy pickings. But that's what we're here for, right? Making sure they're safe. Or
Yeah.
Or fodder, perhaps.
Mason looks ahead and goes, "Stop fucking around. Alright, we're here for a fucking mission, or did you forget that?"
What are we fucking around for? Nobody's fucking around. It's not a problem. We're just silly. Dilly-dally, you know? One of those things.
You keep dilly-dallying, you're gonna get your dilly in a dally.
I don't have a dilly, you silly. You fucking goofy bastard.
Hammer, your helmet is outside of regulation. Please strap it on correctly.
What are you talking about? It's right on. Oh,
You have to put the chin strap on.
I don't need a fucking chin strap.
You will if it falls off.
Alright. I'll put
You
it
heard
on.
the android.
Fucking
Look,
chin straps.
and like I'll literally put the chin strap and I like put the little buckles on top of the helmet instead of underneath. Right. Does that look good?
You're still out of regulation.
God, I'm just getting flashbacks to my character from Mothership or whatever it was called.
So hard not to laugh at this.
Hammer's sitting there next to Dante, and Hammer's like, "Your chin strap is out of regulation."
Yeah, regulation for what?
Y'all just need to sit
off.
down and
Fuck
strap
off.
in. I
Alright.
think Iona's just barking orders, getting everyone trying to secure their belongings. We're gonna be rolling here. This ain't no exercise, and I'm making my way to the driver's seat.
Right.
I hope you're making your way to the driver's seat. You're the
I thought we
driver.
were in the car rolling already. I thought we were already on the road.
Maybe I'm gonna say. Maybe this is at the start of the drive. This is y'all piling in.
Yeah, we're all coming up the ramp and strapping in and sitting down. Chaplain sits stock still.
Okay. Well, There's no reason to fuss over a goddamn strap on a helmet. But I'll strap it. How are you strapped in?
Per regulation.
That's good. Chaplain, you strapped in?
Of course. I always
You got
follow
your
the
strap on?
regulation.
That's a fucking shame. Anyway, back to it.
So you all, as characters, are familiar with Sin Eaters, right? The Sin Eaters are kind of like our real-world equivalent of like Ray, as in they're renowned. I don't really personally know a whole lot about the Green Beret or what they do exactly, but I do know what the Sin Eaters do, and they're typically involved in special operations. Special operations that Spec Ops, when things are dirty, even Spec Ops, normal Spec Ops, don't want to do. It is common knowledge that Sin Eaters have turned tide for certain battles. As you all are kind of bullshitting, see Selva kind of finish something on the console and close it. It's attached to this bulkhead of the APC, and she spins around. She is securely strapped in her chair with her helmet strapped on. Chaplain probably knows. All right, look, I know that we don't all know each other as well as we might, and that you probably want to be with your normal squads and on your way to a good fight right now. None of us saw this little mission coming. But all of these guys who are AWOL that we're supposed to track down are former Sin Eaters. Okay? And so am I. I don't know if that's maybe why the Major picked me or what the situation is. But look, I just need you guys to just do your best to bring them in alive. Be respectful, okay? I get it. They went AWOL. They're technically traitors. Let's bring them in and see what happened. This wouldn't have happened for nothing. I need to know why. It's a smudge on every Sin Eater's name that this has happened. So just be respectful, you guys.
Mason scoffs, says, "A traitor's a fucking traitor."
Chaplain turns slowly to Mason, and he just stares at her for... Him or her? Sorry.
Him.
Him, okay. Stares at Mason for a minute, and he says, "Alive." Then looks back, just staring blankly.
Alive or fucking dead, couldn't care less. Maybe me and Hammer here could actually get some job done, actually, with our weapons. Don't worry about it, we'll get them back.
I'll show them respect if they show respect to the belt.
Sure. Tear kind of spin in her chair again, pull out a pack of cigarettes.
Gonna get one of those.
Always with the belt, it's non-stop. Been talking about it since we got here.
He passes one.
Scar, can you remind us, this NPC you're playing right now, who is she again?
Silva is she is a captain. She is your field commander. She is the only one that didn't get picked out of the the selection, so I'm playing her. But yeah, she is Beatrice Silva. She's 43. She is field commander of Charlie Team.
Have we known her for a long time, or is this just like, as she said earlier, that we're all kind of unfamiliar with each other?
As she said.
Okay. So, don't get me wrong, Commander, but our mission is collect these defectors, and then what after that? Alive?
Of course, alive. They need to be court-martialed and debriefed. People don't just defect to the enemy for nothing, especially a Sin Eater.
Right. Okay. Sin Eater. Let's get it going. I don't want to waste any more time. I'm ready for lunch.
Iona, at this point, you begin pulling up to the space. You can see that the perimeter's fence is a sliding fence and is guarded by a 4 Marine security squad. And you see, in addition, a 40E Ridgeway heavy tank. You see a sergeant on the detail as you approach. They're currently just speaking with another APC. See a group of not military people per se, but soldier, with a person who's dressed in more or less sharp civvy clothes. Side of the APC, however, you see the for a word, but the symbol everyone knows of.
Good description.
As you approach, one of the Marines kind of flags you down. Hello, what can I do for you? Kind of appears inside the APC at you, Iona.
We're here on a mission here, just looking to depart and get into the city on strict orders.
Are you Major's team?
Yes, sir, Major Hatfield.
Right, APC, you have to stay outside the gates.
That's too bad. So much fun to drive.
I understand.
That would have been fun.
Where do we park it?
Right here is fine. Not obstructing anything, and we're not expecting anything else along. Everybody's trying to get out.
Any reason why? Anything you can tell us?
What for? Well, UPP is coming, haven't you heard? About to be a war zone, or so the word is. All the colonists who aren't stubborn just trying to get the hell out of Dodge at this point, but everything's been grounded, so they're all stuck here inside the spaceport, huddled in Hangar 2.
Yeah, come on, we all know UPP's overblown. It ain't that big of a deal.
Well, it is for them. They don't want to be caught in a fight. I mean, some of the colonists don't care. They just stayed behind because they're too damn stubborn and too damn stupid, but nobody wants to be in a war zone. I mean, we'll kick their ass for sure, but we're getting out of here too. As soon as
100%.
Yeah, as soon as the ground is lifted from General Mercer, we're all supposed to get out of here.
I'm just looking for some time away from the desk here, so I will get everyone squared away, and we'll depart here in just a moment. Get out of your hair.
Yeah, just go through the main gate. We'll let you in. Not Mercer, Myers, sorry, and he's a colonel. Colonel Myers.
Colonel Myers, he says.
Sounds like a good brand of canned corn.
You guys know...
Or fried chicken.
You guys know
maybe
Colonel Myers, just to recapping, because I know I gave a lot of information during our open. Colonel Myers is the commanding officer of Fort Nebraska and the one who called for the... What's the term? Grounding? Halt to the evacuation.
Grounding?
Grounded?
A halt to the evacuation? That sounds right. You got it.
All right.
You all do?
Well,
let's fucking go. Boots on the ground.
Fuck it. I'll like give you a high five immediately.
Hammer, Dante, alive. That was an order from Field Commander Beatrice.
We'll have some medical attention ready for them then.
Well, you're hardly alive yourself.
Damn. Yeah, that's Sil. Actually, Sil was like, damn. Dante?
What? Ace. My apologies.
Look, Chaplain's probably going to be the one that keeps your ass from bleeding out. Just remember that.
I'll bleed out when I proceed to do so. If I decide
Assault team bleeds out when we're good and ready.
Boom!
Violence should be our last option.
Normally, it's always the last one, which is the one that we always end up going with.
Alive, Dante.
All right. Sorry.
Mason turns to Chaplain and is like, I want you to watch them. I don't like how antsy they're getting.
I'll be watching everyone. Especially you.
All right, you guys are led into the gates. Oh, sorry, go ahead, Nico.
Could you chucklefuck shut up? We have a job to do. I'd rather be home by dinner.
Right. Let's get it done.
Oh yeah, you gotta shine that belt.
Keep talking like that, I might just have to introduce you to the belt.
Come on, it's all good fun.
Y'all wouldn't know your belt from your handgun.
Lock that shit up, Marines. Let's go.
Let's fucking go.
Yes, sir.
As you guys approach the gate, the people in front of the Weyland-Yutani vehicle actually come at you. One of them, a little bit like this. Spoken, aren't we?
Everything, everywhere, all at once?
Michelle, you?
Oh, that's a movie. That's a movie. But I haven't seen it. So.
Worth a watch.
Oh yeah.
Hello. And hello, Charlie team. I presume she extends a hand out to whoever's kind of leading the walk, which is Silva, who takes her hand. Right. I'm Miss Eckford of Weyland-Yutani. I understand you are in search of some vectors, Marines. Is that correct?
Silva, we're looking for a Reese, Wojcik, and Wright.
Right.
That's what we're fucking looking for.
And Carvalho. There's a fourth one.
Don't forget Carvalho.
Joey.
Carvalho.
Right, exactly. And as it turns out, so am I. Perhaps we can assist each other. My hounds behind me are quite skilled trackers, as their name kind of gives away. My company has interest in these defectives of yours. They have information that we need in property. We are also looking for them, so perhaps we could combine our efforts. Think. More eyes on search, more boots on the ground.
I look to the rest of the accompaniment. We definitely, I mean, it's our job. We're probably more than likely going to assist you.
We would be happy to assist you, Miss Eckford. Your goals align with our own.
Grand. Well, and she kind of gestures at the sergeant she was speaking with. As you can see, we're all working together. Shall we proceed? The people she's with, by the way, look view of it. Well, something like this. Little imposing, maybe, to some.
Get mask.
But you are in extremely cold environment, by the way. You're looking at an average of like freezing temperatures of 32 at a high. It does get quite cold here. You're all, and just to kind of envision that, all of you are dressed quite warmly now. As you are in the south of the district, now you can actually see the storm wall on the other side of the Spaceport gate. It's on the southern side of the Spaceport, the big storm wall that protects the cities from blizzards and everything coming. Right now, it looks like skies, although in the distance, the possible storm coming. Can't really tell if it's coming your way or not, but us as players know. It's always good to have a dramatic storm. All right.
Us as players know it's always coming.
It's always coming. Right. So we, as we enter in the Spaceport, and I could give you actually a better map than this. Solution to give away. Nope, it's good to me. So here. Beautiful. So you can kind of get an idea of where everything is. If you ask, we'll tell you with these locations. You've got Hangar 1, Hangar 2, the control tower, the money game, which I'll get landing pads. So, starting with landing pad A, where the medical frigate USCSS Moneygham is currently sitting tarmac. You can see it is currently being guarded by 12 Marines, while the Moneygam's engines are clearly still revving's probably not the right word for a futuristic engine, but they're still running and hot. However, you can see that the ramps going into the ship are closed and the lights are definitely off on the ship, right? Vehicle bays, however, are currently packed with colonies. Landing pad B and landing pad B3 actually are for smaller crafts. Oh, and here, if you want to know what the money game kind of looks like, it.
I'm not sure about this, but I'm just throwing it out there. Would that be like Moynihan, perhaps?
Moynihan sounds better than Moneygham. For sure. Anyway, so as you're kind of walking down the main stretch here, which is quite far, but it's all open, you can see things pretty clearly. Inside Hangar 1, you see what looks like to be a freighter in there. You see lights are off right now, but you see some moving bodies in there, not much. However, Hangar 2, you can definitely see it has lights on. And you see people going constantly in and out. People coming out smoking cigarettes, going back in. A lot of activity, Hangar 2. Of course, the control tower between them. And that really is it. So, what would you all like?
I suggest we inspect the Moynihan for stowaways.
I concur with
For
that.
stowaways. Alright. Stowaways. Sure.
Does Dante not know what that word means?
Yes, a stowaway. That word means that you stow things away in your accent. You can stow something away. You stow something away here.
Stow something away there. Moving on. What are y'all doing? Going to the medical ship? Just gonna avoid.
Yeah, I suggest we inspect the ship first, and then the hangars, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. You are, like I said, there's 12 Marines in front of him right now. As you kind of approach, 3 of the 12 kind of go shoulder to shoulder, rifle in their hands, in normal posture. Help you, Marines.
Please move aside. We are on official colony business. We are looking for dissenters. Please allow us to inspect your ship.
Kind of look at each other. By orders by whom?
Orders by Major Hatfield.
We have orders by Colonel Myers not to allow anybody in or out of the ship. Not that anyone's in it right now. That supersedes Majors.
So maybe we'll just move to the hangars where we can actually just kind of move freely without being pressed.
I mean, we're here. These guys are keeping watch. We could also ask them if they noticed any suspicious activity here.
Wouldn't interrupt anything too much, so I think it'd be alright to ask them. Just in case.
Who wants to do it?
Yeah. So, before we get out of your hair, and you guys stop being annoying little twats, you haven't happened to see any, no good, deserters from the Sin Eaters around here, or anything suspicious at all?
Yeah, I'm sorry. You want to try that again, Private?
You just call them twats and annoying, and then ask her a favor?
What's that? Private First Class Zinjuski? How do you even say your fucking name? How about this? How about you go take a piss?
Someone take over before I have to introduce him to the belt.
Look, we're just trying to do our job out here. So if we could get in, get out, I don't think you'll have any trouble with us.
I've got strict orders not to let anybody on the frigate. Nobody's in there. It's watched 24/7.
Okay.
24/7.
Look, he points behind him. That building's full of colonists doing anything they can to get the fuck off of Moonside. Anything they can. By any means necessary. Okay? We are locked up tight because they're doing all sorts of tricks night and day to try to get on that ship. So yeah, rest assured, if you guys are looking for anybody, they're not going to be there.
Thank you for your time. We will proceed on.
Appreciate it. It's been a pleasure.
I'll make a suggestion that we proceed over to Hangar 2 and do a scan of faces and the people here, see if any of them match the description of Wojcik, Reese, Wright, or Carvalho. We'll just get a feel of what's going on in Hangar 2.
Sounds good.
So, Hangar 2's actually warm. Not only from the heaters that are blasting right now, but because it's crammed full of hundreds of... As you enter, some look angry and desperate. Many are bundled up, wearing all sorts of things, scarves, beanies. hoodies. Everybody's pretty bundled up, and because of this, many of them have obscured their features. You do see that 8 Marines are here, led by a sergeant, who are there strictly to maintain order. Hangar doors are slightly open. Say a joke. Are slightly open right now. They're open because they have there is an APC in front of the hangar, an M56 smart gun pointed at them, or in their general direction, I should say. What are you all doing?
I think just a curiosity outside of the game, but do we have a way to produce the images of the people that we were shown that we're looking for to show people that we interact with here?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to walk up to a couple of the Marines and just kind of, Iona's going to walk up and go, hey, we're on orders here. We're searching for a couple of supposed deserters. Have you seen these folks maybe come in and out of this hangar?
You're asking the Marines?
Yes. That are stationed. You said they were in the hangar too, right?
Yeah.
Or are they outside of it?
They're patrolling the whole area, trying to keep order, everything, what have you.
All right. I'm going to ask one of them and walk up to one of them. Maybe then the next guy, same question.
Yeah, so the first 2 Marines you ask, they kind of look at it. We'll say that they're like laminated sheets of paper, but not stiff to the point where you couldn't fold them up or roll them up to put them and stow them away. But there's some kind of futuristic, wibbly-wobbly, waterproof paper, dude. So as you show them that, they all kind of shake their heads. No. It's hard to say, though, with everybody. There's so many of them, and everybody's bundled up from the cold, and it's only going to get colder. They're screened if they try to. Once the air ground is lifted, they'll all be screened before they can board any of the ships. But right now, they're just trying to stay warm. Most of these people were on their way to evacuate right as the ground was called, so they're all stuck here.
I guess I'll turn to the rest of our crew and say, look, I don't know how well we're gonna proceed with these space scans. But I think our best bet here, take a look around. I don't want to cause an upheaval, alright? Don't get any of these people scared. Don't get them suspicious. We want to make sure if we find these guys, they don't see what's coming. So how about we walk around, see if there's any suspicious activity, and y'all see anything, we'll figure out what to do from then. But for now, let's just take a look around.
Excellent reasoning, Mason.
My god. That's fucking brilliant. Yeah.
All right,
I think your like, what is it, North English accent might be one of my.
Oh god. Hopefully it goes well. Oh god. It's just for
the accent again. I've been trying to place it for a while.
So most likely is this. I talk like this. Hello. Lovely to meet you. Dante.
Hammer says, yeah, Dante, we all know what you sound like. Come on.
I know what you fucking talk like.
Silva says,
You know how I speak.
Look, Marines, you're breaking my immersion. Can we look through these people and move on?
We might be able to look to these people when we put fucking bullets in them, am I right?
Alive.
Okay, now you've just gone London.
And I go to give Hammer a high five yet again.
Hammer.
What I say about causing suspicion.
Hammer kind of pulls or shoves Dante away from the rest of the group, hooks a thumb back at Mason and says, Chinstrap Jr. over here. Let's go see what we can find out. And
let's go see.
And and Hammer's looking for groups of 4 adults without children who could match the description, whether or not they've got scarves or high-collared jackets or what have you. He's looking for the body shapes.
Okay. It just so I know that you just talking to Mason, you just called Dante, who is twice your age, junior?
No.
Or Mason.
I'm talking to Dante about Mason, but also referring to Chaplin, who is now affectionately Chinstrap, and then I was calling Mason Chinstrap Jr.
Got it. Okay, I'm gonna, because it both would have been hilarious in my mind. And calling a 42-year-old junior. Okay.
Right.
So you guys begin wading through the crowd. How are you give me just a quick summary. How are you guys, maybe individually or as a group, screening them?
Yeah, real quick, what is our expectation on IDs that a general colonist would have here? Like, would they have, like, a fucking driver's license? Is there a chip? Is there some sort of way of identifying colonists?
Yes, they would all have some form of identification, yes. Marine specifically, you all have it's plastic in this universe, but you all also have military cards as well to ID yourselves. Hang around your neck.
I suggest we line them up and check all of their IDs.
I think splitting up into like 3 groups of 2 and going line by line in like this big ass hangar.
Of course, Andrew wants to meticulously wade through hundreds of people.
Have all the time in the world.
So the Charlie team here, we're all discussing how we think we should do things and what the plan is and everything. But Hammer has already grabbed Dante to drag off and to go start looking at people.
All right, and how is Hammer and Dante doing that?
Well, Hammer's looking at people's eyes, and just trying to, despite what Mason said, be a little intimidating. Hammer's got this big fuck off gun on a mount attached to his belt, you know?
Yeah, but my inventory is the same way. Like, I have a pulse rifle on my, like, slung over my chest, and a pistol right on my side, and I'm just standing there with my arms crossed, like, sat next to you.
Yeah, and Hammer's got, his big old knife strapped on his chest, his pistol at his side, but then this fucking huge smart gun rifle on a gyro mount attached to his belt. And so, like I said, I'm looking at people's eyes. If they're colonists, they're probably shying away. If they're not shying away, then they spark his interest.
Well, I will say you are getting very mixed responses, and it's like maybe a quarter of them are shying away. Maybe a quarter of them are really fucking pissed and uncooperative at you. Maybe a quarter of them are just compliant because they're so fucking tired. That's only 75% of them, but anyway, I'm gonna do a roll.
Okay.
What are you fucking looking at?
This may not be private, but it'll be fun either way if it's not private.
First roll of the game should be a 6.
Yeah.
All right. You guys can't see that. Okay. So that chunk of the group and the rest of you start... Well, I will say it this way. The rest of you with Silva, as Dante and Hammer kind of move away and start, trying to get through everybody, you start hearing heightened voices more and more from their general direction. And you start hearing pushing and confrontations over with Hammer and Dante. This started because one person was really rude to Hammer. said, "Fuck you! Go, get the fuck out of here! I've been here for hours. I'm hungry."
No, fuck you.
And he literally shoves Hammer. Hammer, you're a big guy. You barely even get moved, but you get moved enough where you bump into someone who's directly behind you, who looks and thinks that it was another person who bumped into them and shoved them. And then a shoving fight happens. And then you have an all-out angry mob that's currently inside the hangar. You see the people on the APC start getting their attention, and they raise up their smart gun and point it at the crowd, concerned, trying to look at what's happening as it just spreads like wildfire. These people are cramped, they're tired, they're ornery, they're pissed, and the crowd gets ugly. Let's see.
Don't get to touch my fucking friend like that. Stand back, before I fucking knock your goal off your fucking head.
Anyone got non-lethal rounds?
So,
sorry, less than lethal.
I got non-lethal rounds right here.
So guys, within a matter of literal seconds, this happened. Colonists begin literally punching and fighting, and literally like it's an Old West barn fight breaks out in this hangar of sardinely cramped hundreds of colonists. Like I said, the APC smart guns rears up. The 8 Marines, they can't get them under control, so they give up and take a step back and raise their pulse rifles. Within a millisecond, as guns start blazing into this crowd of people, Dante and Hammer, you guys feel a force kind of jump at you and to get you down. And you just hear gunfire. As civilians are just mowed down.
Great, we've just incited a war crime to happen.
Immediately, I'm putting my hand over Hammer's head just to like protect them.
The rest of
I'm not calling for a reroll or a retcon or anything like that, but I'm just curious what that secret roll was. Not the result of it, but like, was that a skill check on my behalf, or?
It's just a possibility in this cinematic. The rest of the group, this happens. You're close to the entrance of the hangar. You can stand aside as this transpires. If it makes you feel any better, no matter how you went about it, you did anything wrong.
I was just thinking about one of my talents that may have come into play. Let's move on.
So this happens, and as guns are blazing, you see a gruff kind of guy with like a 5 o'clock shadow. He kind of looks at you and Dante and is like, "Let's get the fuck out of here!" He tries to yell, but it's still hard to hear him over the gunfire, and he kind of ducks down and starts going towards the rest of your company. Dante, the person that dropped to you, you don't get a good look at them, but they do the same. And they both head towards the rest of the Marines. What are you two doing? Tuck it low or try to get out of there?
Getting out of there.
If I see that, I'm gonna do the exact same. I'm gonna throw my gun over my shoulder, keep my hand on my pistol the entire time, and roll out as best I can. It's time to get fuck out.
Autobot, roll out.
I guess I'll bring down the smart gun and aim it at these people and just tell them fuck off as I'm moving back to the rest of the Charlie team.
It's very quick. By the time you reach the rest of the Charlie team, the gunfire is stopped. Surviving colonists, all you hear is screaming and crying. It's bloodbath. Give me, let's see, I need a note check from Yeski, Jason, Chaplin. Oh, I'm sorry, not Dante. So yeah, the gruff man that helped you kind of try to help you duck. Hammer is back there with Charlie team, and you're all together again amongst the crying and screaming.
Oh, he helped me to duck. Maybe I grab him on the way out.
He waits with Charlie team. Like he was a little ahead of you when he was running under the gunfire, and once he reaches Charlie team at the entrance where y'all came in, he waits with them. All right, so we'll say he's kind of like resting on his knees while standing up. Jesus fucking Christ! What the hell happened? All of a sudden, you guys, I just saw y'all come in and everybody just started shooting.
People started shoving. I don't know. I didn't say anything. I didn't do nothing.
Look.
I look down and I'm like, what did I say? What did I fucking say? Inconspicuous.
I was just watching Hammer do what Hammer does best. Be annoying.
Silva raises her arms. What the fuck happened?
I didn't fire, Captain.
Yeah, well, you might as well have.
Well, maybe I should have.
Look, everybody here is on edge, apparently including the fucking Marines. Let's get outside. Let's get outside and talk about what we're gonna do next. Guy with you. That's what I wanted to talk to you about. You guys are looking for the runners, right? The Marines who are trying to go AWOL?
Yeah, see, I found this guy. Look.
I can help you out. I may or may not have seen one.
Keep talking, pal.
Yeah, he kind of like gestures like he was trying to gauge your interest. Well, okay. But first, I need to get off of Ariakis. They're not letting anybody out of here. I need a guaranteed ship ride the fuck out of Dodge.
Who is this guy? How do we even know we can trust him?
You can trust me. I'm one of the colonists. I'm just a guy who saw something.
Yeah, you're just a guy, aren't you?
I want to use the. Is this called for? The manipulation skill, the empathy skill, manipulation to get someone to do what I want them to do.
Persuade somebody, yeah. In reason, of course.
But instead,
You're using your hands too much.
but instead, this is menacing. So I'm gonna use my strength instead of empathy to threaten him, to make him do what we want.
Okay, you can try. You definitely roll it, but just know your roll. Well, I guess you don't have any stress, so there's not really a consequence, other than what it would normally be RP wise. Fail, but you could definitely roll, yeah.
Yeah. Hammer kind of shoves him around a little bit and says, "Just out with it." And here's a strength roll. So one success. If I succeed with menacing, my opponent cannot demand anything in return from me. They can choose to give in or attack me.
I love that. Okay. Definitely will give in. He's a scrawny guy. Alright. Okay. Oh,
Okay.
I may have seen one of your AWOLs, or all of them, at the bar last night.
Surprise.
Okay, you don't have to get all aggressive about it. I'm just trying to get out of here, like everybody else.
Exactly. We all want to get out of here. The bar, huh?
We know he's not leading us in the wrong direction, huh?
Yeah, doesn't seem like it. No, I would assume not.
Chaplain, what you think? We follow what this guy says?
My first instinct said that they would be found in the bar, so likely deserter scum will still be there, drinking their life away.
Your first instinct is nothing.
Eckford, your model is designed to have instinct. So, that raises an eyebrow at you.
Imitations. Attempts.
Indeed. Well, that's probably a good alternative to Spaceport now that it's in holes. Don't know where else we would be here anyway. Hopefully, one of them was not among them. He kind of motions to the hounds behind her. Begin wading through the bodies, moving scars from checking faces, aggressively tossing the face back.
Well, I sure wouldn't want to be one of those Marines here. They're gonna have some paperwork to fill out.
Since this
It couldn't
place
be
is
that
on
much.
shit.
Couldn't be that. You sure about that?
Gentle.
Since this place has all gone to shit, I say we hit the bar.
Hounds get back pretty. Shake their head at Miss. Right then, that's good news. Shall we?
We are ready to move.
Yeah.
Alright. The group leaves. The gang leaves the spaceport. Oh, it's always sunny on Ariarchus.
Is it though?
No, it's never sunny.
Guess there's just been a mass shooting in a cramped ware hangar.
Oh God, no.
Yeah.
Time to go.
Someone keep a counter. How many war crimes are we gonna cause during this?
Scar said it was going to happen regardless of what we did, so don't you worry about it.
Say that, but
That's what I heard.
all right. You guys hopping back into the APC, I presume. Miss Eckford definitely hops into hers with the hounds and heading to the Oblivion Bar. Silva hops on her terminal to check the map real quick. Lets you know Iona coordinates to get there. Pretty close by, or closer by than the fort definitely was, but it's still going to take a sec for you.
Roger that. I mark it down. And I just give a nod.
I like that we're on a mission to recover these people alive, and yet we can also call in an airstrike.
It doesn't matter who we kill, alright? We're here for one thing, alright?
Right.
As described, you are in a town that is a hotbed of.
What next? Are you gonna allow us to call in phosphorus bombing?
That's what the airstrike is.
Oh God!
It's all napalm.
All nerve
I
gas.
don't know what's worse, napalm or white phosphorus.
The Eye of Oblivion. As you pass by downtown, though, I will note, or give you a good description of kind of what Ariarchus looks like. The buildings are prefabbed, essentially over-glorified containers, essentially. have been stacked to form. The highest one you've seen is about 3 feet high. Throughout winding, snow shoveled aside streets here and there, most being dirt and gravel, except for the highway that you're traveling on. Everything is pretty much lights out right now. On occasion, when you head off the highway and kind of go on a back road trying to get to the beam bar, you see metallic shutters that were open, and as you pass by, dark face appear behind the shutters, and then it abruptly closes at your sight. It is, as described, very much a ghost town. Except, Eye of Oblivion. As you approach the bar, you see a large blue neon winking eye with a red crescent moon in the center of the colony is still open. Soon, the APC. I don't know.
Reminder.
Where do you park the APC? How would you like to?
I'd park it with the probably try to back it up with the back facing the bar, wherever we get on the APC from.
Yeah, there is a side door that opens up where people load out. So you kind of have that facing the entrance of the bar.
Yeah, but across the street from it. I don't know if there's streets. I assume there's streets then, since we're able to drive this thing in here. Yeah, I would do that. So, adjacent but across the street.
Remember, this was initially meant to occupy 200,000 people. This was like a city, essentially. This shit hit the fan.
Okay.
And as yeah, so as you guys enter the bar, you immediately you feel it before you open the door, the rumble of the base, but as soon as you open it, you get your eyes sting from the smoke as it assaults your eyes and nostrils, and you see alternating crimson and azure strobing lights and hologram ghosts within the smoke. You see the silhouette in the distance of dancers who sway rhythmically. Appear to be a bar/stage. It is quite bustling. As soon as you enter, you definitely see quite a few faces turn and stare at you. We will pick this up next time.
Ooh,
Nice.
that's good.
Right. No worries. No worries, Pillow Baby. I already told everybody it was going to be a short game anyway tonight, so don't sweat. Is everything okay?
Oh, everything's all right. It's good. It's good. As a matter of fact, the game was good, right? Like, you have a very good way of storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was thoroughly enjoyable.
Appreciate it.
Sir, Mr. Sean, sir.
And we still have a lot of shit to go through in the future.
I wanted to just get our toes wet tonight. This is going to be